Tom says, can Dr. Kermode suggest a film to go to and a comment to make to find me a girlfriend? I'm looking for an intelligent, well-educated lady between 35 and 45. Looks not important. So what we want is, of the movies that are out this week, okay,
right,
something to say. Oh, good, more Umpire music. Do you know, by the end of this month, I'll have heard enough of this.
Really?
Hopefully, in
by the end of this hour, I think
on Monday, we're doing the programme from Kaiserslautern for the Australia-Japan game, and I'm hoping that there aren't any Umpire bands for that. Anyway, so we want something to say at the end of any of this week's releases, or even any of the other ones that are around, which Tom in Yorkshire could go to, say loudly, and just see what happens.
Okay, you go and see Pusher 3, The Angel of Death. Which, no, seriously, here's what because he said
he's not going to find a girlfriend at the end of that.
Excuse me, it's of the releases out this week. It's a very, very. I mean, frankly, in comparison with some of them, it's really top of them. What you do is you go and see Pusher 3, and as the credits go down, rather than doing what everyone else say, which is I'll bet there'll be Pusher 4, you say it's interesting, isn't it, that Nick Winding Refn has really got most of his filmmaking talent from his father, Anders Refn, who edited Lars von Trier's Dogville.
That's not exactly a very neat thing to say at the end.
No, but I guarantee by the time you got to the end of it, somebody will have said, yeah, absolutely, you're the man for me. Because if you manage to reference Anders Refn, who is a very, very good editor, then I think everyone will know that you're on the money.
Okay, Pusher 3. Right?
Okay.
Well, I personally, Tom, I doubt if you'll find anyone, but let's hear it.
But if you do, please let me know, just to prove Simon wrong. Or, on the other hand, go and see Dead Poets Society, and at the end of it, stand up and say, well, that was a load of old pants. And I can't believe that anybody took that film seriously. Pusher 3, Angel of Death, the two Pusher movies beforehand, all on a similar theme, which is this kind of disparity between gangsters and the mundanity of their lives. And they're all basically about gangsters in extremis going through really, really bad things. Nick Winding Refn's an interesting director. He made an English language movie called Fear X with John Turturro, which I really liked, although it's considered now to be something of a failure. But I thought it was a very interesting sort of Lynchian borderline horror movie. This, however, he's back on home territory again. We have a story of a drug linchpin, guy who's grown up, who's having a really terrible day. He's doing a number of things. One of them is he's going cold turkey, and he's going to Narcotics Anonymous meetings. He's attempting to organise a party for his daughter's 21st birthday, and he's doing a massive drug deal. You know that bit in Goodfellas when Ray Liotta has the day in which he's doing the cooking, but he's also doing the drug deal at the same time, and the police are... You remember this is one of the most famous sequences in modern cinema.
That's right.
Passing you by. Well, although it sounds like it's like that, but obviously that's going by the by anyway, it's not much like that at all. It's got an 18 certificate, which is interesting, because for the first hour of the film, you think, well, I know this is going to turn very nasty, because it's got an 18 rating, but up until now it plays very nicely on the humanity of this character. I mean, he's a total scumbag, but on the other hand, the stuff that he's enduring is very, very day-to-day. Then in the end it does turn nasty, but in a very mundane and downbeat kind of way. The best thing you can say is, I think he's a very good filmmaker. This is material that he knows very well. The three movies are all coming out together on DVD next week, so this is only a very brief theatrical release for Pusher 3. But he does have something. He has an eye, and I think at some point Nick Winding Refn will make a big, successful movie that kind of breaks through in international territories. This isn't it, but I still think it's a fine conclusion to the trilogy. I hope there isn't a fourth one.
So at the end of it, you have to stand up and make some kind of reference.
At the end of it, you have to say it's interesting. Nick Winding Refn obviously gets his filmmaking talent from his father, Anders Refn, who edited Dogville, which was a very hard thing to do, because as you know, Lars von Trier is very, very difficult to work with.